GS paper to international relations, and like I guess yesterday Saurabh sir had taken a lecture on Southwest Asia and oil diplomacy. So somewhat I'll be representing related to that, in background of that. So. Before starting with this topic, one thing I would like to say that it will not be one-way communication, but I want response from you people as well. So, before coming on to the main context, let me highlight you all what exactly India and Saudi Arabia relationship is. India is considered to be one of the most strategic partner of Saudi Arabia since 2010 after the Riyadh Declaration. Can anyone tell me at what position Saudi Arabia stands with India? For like, what do we trade with Saudi, with these Gulf countries? Oil. Okay, so can you tell me Saudi Arabia stands at which position for exporting oil to India? It's first, second, third?
First, I guess.
It's actually second largest. First is Iran. First is Iran, and second is Saudi Arabia. Apart from crude oil, it also exports LPG gas. Like, you won't believe, but it exports 32% of LPG which comes to India comes from Saudi Arabia. I guess approximately 2 lakh tons of LPG comes to India from Saudi Arabia. Apart from this, can you all tell me what is Saudi Arabia like importance for India? Pilgrimage wise, what is Saudi Arabia famous for? Apart from trade, we have one more factor for which Saudi Arabia is important for India.
From India, people go to
That's right. So many of the pilgrims travel from India to Saudi Arabia. So kind of another relationship is built with that country. Coming on to the third aspect is employment-wise. Majority of Indian diaspora you will find in Saudi Arabia working there. So as a result, we get remittance from that country to India. So as we get remittance, there is also a boost in the foreign exchange reserves. So basically, these are some of the highlights of India and Saudi Arabia relationship. I guess at the by the end of October or beginning of November, our Prime Minister Narendra Modi had visited Saudi Arabia for a 2-day. It was a 2-day visit. So let's have a look at what exactly India and Saudi Arabia has. Like, what is the relationship in the recent times? So India is considered to be the largest source of expatriate. Like basically, expatriate is a person who travels from one country to another, who leaves his own country and stays in another country. So around 2.6 million population, Indian diaspora is right now present in Saudi Arabia. Apart from this, 2 lakh Hajj pilgrims and 300,000 Umrah pilgrims travel every year to Saudi Arabia. And you all must have heard the recent news of RuPay cards which are made available in Saudi Arabia. So through those transactions for Indian people will they will be able to shop there at a much cheaper rates through RuPay cards. Apart from this, moving on to the next part. India and Saudi Arabia has recently signed an agreement on it's India, Saudi Arabia Strategic Partnership Council. Can anyone do anyone have an idea about it?
No.
If someone has read it in the newspaper. So basically, an agreement was signed between India and Saudi Arabia on India-Saudi Arabia Strategic Partnership Council. It will be headed by our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi and the Prince Crown. And the meeting will be held in every 2 years, interval of every 2 years. So this was considered to be the most important part of the meet, because some of the important decisions regarding the strategic issues would be discussed in this council. Can you tell me what are the issues which would be discussed in this council, like strategic issues which every country faces. I guess Janvi had discussed it in the BRICS summit as well. One important.
Terrorism.
Yeah, terrorism. Another. Okay, oil. For if you when you look into the map, this side, especially the east side, which security is important for us? Like for India, that security is like more important.
Border securities.
Sorry.
Border securities.
Yeah, somewhere close to it.
Coast.
Maritime security. Next is investment. Innovative technology. And coordination between two countries for immigration. So can you tell me the difference between immigration and immigration? Anyone knows difference? So apart from these, these were the issues which would be discussed, or decisions based on these issues would be taken in this council. So can you tell me the difference between both of them? Basically, in this part, a person leaves his country and stays in another country. Like not you can say permanently, but he leaves his own country, and this is the process of leaving his country. I guess that's right. Yeah, process of leaving his country. So these were the issues discussed in this. Now, taking next, there were few MOUs signed between India and Saudi Arabia. The first MOU signed was for RuPay cards. RuPay cards would be rolled out in the Saudi in that region. So Saudi Arabia will be the third country who will accept Indian digital payment system. After which two countries? Anyone knows? First, the two countries which already accepted Indian digital payment system in the Gulf region. It was Bahrain and UAE. So Saudi Arabia will be the third partner who will be accepting this payment system. Second one is a major, where especially Saudi Arabia is going to invest in Maharashtra. In which part? The project is very famous. West Coast Refinery Project. A part in Maharashtra, district in Maharashtra. Can anyone tell me about it? So it's a major source of investment for India from Saudi Arabia. And which company of Saudi Arabia has invested in India for that project? That question might come as prelims 22.
It's very famous.
Yeah.
आप भी स्टूडेंट हो, आप बताओ.
Right.
है ना?
Example. This company has invested in which part? If you have read about it. It's Raigad in Maharashtra. It has invested in a lump sum amount. Apart from investing in Raigad, Saudi Arabia is also looking forward to invest in Reliance Private Limited. A huge investment will be done in it. Okay, so this is the second MOU which would be signed. And the third MOU would be signed. It's a joint venture between two companies, Indian Oil, Middle East Oil Company and Al-Jaili Company of Saudi Arabia. So they will be focusing on starting basically oil-related oil-related business would be started in the Gulf of Nations for easing the business of this. Okay, so these were the three MOUs which would be signed. Now this we saw from the context of Saudi Arabia, like how Saudi Arabia is important because it is a major oil exporter to India. So can you all tell me at least few points why India would be important to Saudi Arabia? With what context? Why India is important? We have other major economies as well, like US, China, and those are like if you say, for example, Pakistan and everything. But why India is important for Saudi Arabia?
We are the greater importers of oil, as our population is like.
But even US and China is there. But why India specifically?
Okay.
You are close to it. You can just tell me, like, why not US and China? Do you all know the recent scenario like in Saudi Arabia? What is going on? Are the oil prices too high, or it has fallen down? It's going down and down and down, and there are a lot of tensions going on in the Gulf nations. Okay, you can see the recent war like first there was a trade war between US and China. Now there is a war between US and Iran. So a lot of tensions is going on. Like which country should go with which country? So in this scenario, if you see US, which was the largest importer of oil from Saudi Arabia, it has stopped. Like it has decreased. Can you tell me why? One of the environment lecturers, Nam has also told asked the point about it. Why US has declined? Is it producing something?
Trying to produce.
Shale gas. Yeah, it has now started its own production of shale gas. So basically, they will be reducing their import from Saudi Arabia. Okay. Also, if you look at China, seeing all the tensions in the Gulf regions, it has also started decreasing their imports from the Saudi Arabian region. So now the only country left for like
Saudi Arabia
wise will be India.
India.
Okay. If you see Pakistan, Saudi Arabia had also convinced Pakistan for like helping them into the Saudi Arabia war of conflict. Saudi Arabia war of conflict is basically took place in the Yemen region, where the Saudi Arabia is fighting against the Shia people. Like it's basically supporting the Yemen, you know the Yemen region. Like so, Saudi Arabians are basically supporting Yemen people to fight against the Shia people. Now Shia people has been backed by Iran. And Pakistan right now is not supporting Saudi Arabia, but it's supporting Iran. Like you see, like there has been growing friendship between Pakistan and Iran for energy cooperation. You can see even India has backed out from importing anything from Iran. So now the one country which is left who is going to support Iran is Pakistan. So basically, even if you see this side also, there is no one who will import to that extent how much India is importing. So location-wise also, India is strategically important for Saudi Arabia. So these were the few points why India is important for Saudi Arabia. Coming to the conclusion, we can see that India and Saudi Arabia has been taking their relationship to another level. Like they have been working on various foreign policies. For Saudi Arabia, India is one of the 8 powers, like with whom they want to form their strategic partnership. Like it's their vision. Like we have our vision for India. So basically, there is a vision for Saudi Arabia 2030, in which they are looking forward to enhance their relationship with India. If you see India, if you see from the point of view of India, Saudi Arabia is basically an interlocutor among the Gulf region. Interlocutor is basically someone in between who can communicate ideas on someone else's behalf to the third person. So basically, it's a major interlocutor for India in the Gulf region. So yes, this is all about it.